Hey guys, we're back. We're recording for the first time right now.
This is the first one. We didn't even clap in.
No, we don't need to clap.
Who knows how to do
We're professionals
anymore. Messing up words already.
Hey, ask me if we just recorded a 20-minute episode and then the footage corrupted. It happened.
Gonna jump out the window.
The cameras, the Adobe Audition is still in preseason form, not just Justin. So,
Which you won't even see.
Yeah,
we're in normal form.
You missed a great 21-minute episode. So here is our rendition of that. So the preseason. We're talking about the preseason. We're back 2 days after our last episode. We're, like we said, killing you with content this week to make up for when we were gone. And Justin's going to hop right in and talk to you about that Hartford Athletic game.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah. So I'm trying to recall.
I don't remember anything, so I'm just going to go.
I remember specifically talking about how impressed I was with Hartford, first of all. With how good they were at pressing us. But also how wildly concerned I was that they could press us that well. Yeah. Which, granted, they have that new coach, and he looks like he's going to do very, very good things for us. Yep. Them in this instance. But it's concerning that we got pressed for that long. But with that being said, we also dealt with the pressure pretty well. Yeah. With like passing, getting out of those tight spots. And so overall, that game specifically showed me that we could get pressed and play ourselves out of it and not get too scared. Where like Chanot's chasing a ball into the back of the net, that kind of stuff. Like that wasn't happening.
I know a good way to solve that.
Not playing Chanot.
You don't start Chanot. My only thoughts on the Hartford game, and it comes a little bit more from the Hartford side, is they're a USL side, so to hold us to 2-0, I know a lot of the Hartford fans that we see online and stuff that we converse with, are very happy about that. Yeah. For them, that's low-key a W. If you hold a perennial playoff MLS team to 2 goals, you're doing something right, especially with a brand new coach and a bunch of trialists on the field.
I think that's really what it came down to.
Yeah, that's
new manager is genuinely looking good.
Yeah, he is. He is looking good.
And he's young, so he looks like he could be there for a while.
Yeah, and I think we can hop right into this while we talk about the Hartford game. But like I said, I didn't see much of it, but I think I just wanted to get your thoughts on Alfredo and how he looked in that first time touching the pitch.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, anytime that you're looking to replace somebody like Rain, it's impossible. Mm-hmm. Like, you can't, that mentality, that attitude that he played with is hard to replicate, to get somebody else to do. But Alfredo's the closest thing that I could think of. I think skill-wise, he's probably better. Mentality-wise, I think we'll have to see.
Yeah. I think one thing that you potentially alluded to in the previous recording attempt of this is that maybe we got a new captain in the making.
I think so. I think just the way that he like demanded the ball, he was very demanding of players around him. I think Maxi is the most senior player. Mm-hmm. Alfredo's the guy though. Like he's gonna come in and probably wear the armband. I think Shawn Johnson probably has a claim on that, but I think in the dressing room, he's going to be the guy that's leading the team.
I would hope so, yeah. I mean, that'd be really cool. And I always thought it was a little bit better to have, somebody in a role like that as the captain as opposed to like a goalie or something. I mean, unless you have some kind of savage like Neuer or somebody on your team like that where really this dude, I mean, the game sort of lives and dies on him at the end of the day. Right. But, to have hopefully this guy becomes a little box to box and to have that man as the dude kind of running around the field policing things like we used to see Ring. I mean, he would give it to our players as much as he would give it to the refs, as much as he would give it to the other team. Exactly. Like, so to keep everybody in line and like keep that vibe in check that we're like intense, but we're going to bring it to people. Right. That's like what we need.
Yeah, and I think that's a perfect point because the box-to-box guy, he can go yell at defenders 1 minute and be up by the strikers the next. Like, you're getting a full look at the pitch as well.
Right, like Shawn's not talking to Tati more than twice a game.
Impossible.
Yeah, not which you can't have, especially with a hothead like Tati.
Granted, I mean, it does kind of work if you have the manager at halfway line and keeper in the back. Like, he's keeping the defenders and stuff, and
that's factual.
The manager's barking at the rest of the players, but at the end of the day, I think Alfredo to keep on track this time, I think Alfredo just looks good. He looked really good on the ball, really confident. His passing is really good.
Yeah.
And he demands a lot.
And I think another one of the heroes that was around for really the whole preseason was Jasson. So
Medina. Go on.
Go on.
Yeah, go on. But yeah,
we'll
talk
get
about
into
him,
Medina.
but basically Medina. Yeah, but go on.
Yeah, so let's talk about Jasson. For a dude that was not part of the team, like a month before the preseason began, for him to come in and become like this hero to all of the New York City fans is wild, especially as a 19-year-old.
Yeah.
And you kind of alluded to the fact that that just kind of comes with the job, I guess you would say, to be the 19-year-old banging in goals.
Right. Just being the academy kid. That's
being the
actually
Rashford.
exciting.
Yeah.
Rather than, being the defensive mid guy. Not to do it again, but
Who are you talking about?
James Sands.
Okay.
It's just like, you're young, you're really good at soccer.
Step in pretty well.
Yeah, it's like you passed so good 5 yards. I love that, and I love that you intercepted that ball.
No, I'm the James
Who's the guy that's
Sands.
scaling around and banging in goals, though?
On this show, I'm the James Sands defense squad.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
And you pretended like he didn't need to lift weights, and then he did, and you were like, you were sending pictures of him, and like, this
I
dude
still
looks
hold a
shredded.
senior position in the James Sands defense squad, so no worry to all of our viewers.
He holds a top position in our defense. I'll
Yeah.
say that.
Yeah, he will. But Jasson, I don't know what more we can say about him. Hopefully,
looks good.
Yeah, hopefully we see time from him. I think one of the things that a lot of people were confused about was for Ronnie to come out and be like, yeah, this dude is the first choice left winger.
Yeah.
And maybe the Thiago signing threw that off a little bit, but to not see him in the game against Hartford is a little weird because I think that's probably the closest we'll get to a starting lineup,
Right.
considering, now's the time, or Ronnie's last chance to really get all the first team boys together and see what they can do as a unit. So, I don't know. We're going to have to see what Ronnie wants to do.
Yeah, and the thing with Ronnie is that, he might have just played those 11 players.
Yeah.
And we could see literally 10 others
That's the thing.
on Saturday.
Yeah, maybe
we could
Johnson will
literally
even
see
play.
10
Who
other
knows?
Players.
That's Ronnie Ball.
Ronnie Ball. Hey, Ronnie Ball hits different sometimes.
Sometimes.
You never know. Well, let's not get too off track.
Sometimes you just got to have 5 left backs on your roster for Ronnie
Hey,
Ball.
man. Is there ever enough?
Nah, not really.
Nah, you can always have more.
You can find another one.
Easily. I'll play left back.
Hey, I'll play left back
dude.
too. I play left back.
I'll do it. What are we talking about?
The preseason.
Yeah. And so Medina is going to be the guy. To me.
And I agree with you a little bit.
To an extent. I mean, he was the star of preseason.
Of the preseason.
In my eyes, he was the star.
Yeah, if you were to name like the top people in preseason, Medina's probably at the top of the list. Jasson's just excited because he's new, but to see Medina like popping off, it's good.
Confident too, like shooting in places where before he would probably just try to pass away.
Yeah. And maybe what we're gonna end up seeing is with Thiago, like a Tati, Thiago, and Medina top 3.
I would love that.
Yeah.
I would love that specifically because I think Tati is way more effective as a winger. I don't think he's. I think his number one position in his brain is number 9, but actual talent-wise, I think he's a left winger.
Better as a left wing, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
He's a guy you want to get on the ball and let run.
Yep.
As opposed to like, let me back into somebody, get the ball, turn, play a ball, or shoot. Like he's not really that guy.
The thing with Tati is it's kind of still the same old thing of we just need him to like get his finishing going because he's always. I mean, I think at the end of the last season he led really the whole league in shots.
Yeah.
But like you got to put him away for it to really be super important. We kind of saw him, pop off and get that brace against Orlando, although there were some penalties involved there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
and also Orlando.
yeah, and he played well though, and he really played well throughout the preseason. So I just got to keep the form.
The problem with Tati and his finishing right now is that he has. Yeah, I did the same thing.
I'm doing the PTSD look at the audition to make sure.
Because I want to know that if we're gonna stop, we're gonna stop.
Yeah.
But no, Tati has that problem where like, it's the Rashford problem. Rashford has no ability to just finesse a ball. He always has to put his foot all the way through it. Mm-hmm. And that leads, like, yes, you're going to blast some balls through past keepers.
Yep.
But at the same time, like, it leads to accuracy issues.
Of course.
And so, you know, you can't really control it. I mean, the best can, like in the world, mm-hmm. Currently not Rashford or Tati. Like, you have to have some finesse.
Right.
I think that's something that you can learn.
Yeah. But overall, I would say if we were to kind of, you know, sum up the preseason and our feelings on it, it's that I personally am feeling a little hopeful.
Anyways, basically,
but I don't even know if I don't know what it got, but let's just wrapping up the postseason. Oh my
season.
Oh my god.
It's the pro season. Dude, this is so the second episode of the season. It's unbelievable.
Wrapping up the preseason as we stare at the file.
Period. Yeah, I have to look, otherwise I will think that it's not.
We're hopeful. That I don't know if it got any of our hopeful talk.
Yeah.
But typically that comes back and bites us as New York City fans.
Every time.
So we're gonna just have to see what the boys do, what Ronnie does on Saturday. Friday we're gonna have all this tech stuff straightened out.
Yep.
We're gonna give you a grand old episode about our season preview, a little in-depth stuff about DC United and how we think that game is gonna go. And then just for news on our half, you want to let them know what's going on?
Oh, that part got cut out. Got it. So we're gonna be at
that
both.
was the first cutout.
That was the first cut. Okay. We are gonna be at both home openers. Thank you for keeping an eye. We're going to be at both home openers for both Hartford Athletic and NYCFC. We're going to have to see how the NYCFC one's going to work because it's a little different than we're used to. Mm-hmm. But we'll get into that closer to the date. But Hartford Athletic, if you guys see us, come hang out.
Yeah, have a beer.
Come have a beer with us. We'll have pizza, hot dogs, whatever, down to talk. So
yeah, we'll see you guys at either places.
You guys.
Correction. We might be worse than the tech right now. This is bad.
You guys will see us on all platforms, social media wise. Post 90 Pod on all of them: Twitter, Instagram. Give us a follow.
YouTube, Facebook. That's where we upload our stuff, and anywhere that you can listen. If you don't want to look at our mugs, you can just listen to us.
I don't know why you wouldn't.
Which it might be worse. I don't know, but
it might be worse.
Just listen and watch, and we're just gonna keep churning out this content for y'all.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, thank you guys for listening through this low-key mess of an episode.
Also, I don't know how many cuts there's gonna be, but
yeah, it was messy. If you just watched this, that was messy, wasn't it, guys? Yeah.
See you guys Friday.
Bye.
Peace.